So guys, right now I'm gonna teach you Kimura trap, okay? When he don't give space to us to put the hooks, okay? Or start to unbalance him to try choke or put one hook. He has a lot of situations, I always said, okay? Because we can start on the city belt, but he don't give the space for us, and we start getting his arm, okay, to holding his arm to go the Kimura trap. Or many times he lean his hand on the mat, okay, to try escape or any situation, and he give the space to I hold his wrist and start holding his arm in the Kimura position, okay? So in this situation, help a lot. I seen my students, I seen tournaments, myself. I make a lot of mistakes in these situations, okay? Because I find the Kimura trap, okay, and I put in my mind I want to start to submit him. But at the same time, I start to jump to try get his arm. I don't put my weight over his back, and he starts to lift his head and pull his arm. Okay, and I lost the position. So when I trap his arm, if he keep his both knees on the mat, it's much easier to him to escape. Okay, in this technique, how I showed to you, we need bring him, throw him to the side, okay, to start to get his back. So when I am going this situation, I like to do what? I hold his wrist, okay, and I start to pass my forearm against his nape here, okay? When I put my arm against his nape, I start to hurt him a little bit, okay? But I needed to do this pressure, to put this pressure in his nape, because I need to bring him to the side, okay? I need to put a lot of pressure here. It's much easier to I throw him to the side. Right now, I am sitting against his back because I don't have space to put the hooks, okay? And put my thigh to thigh, okay? I squeeze my legs here. Right now, I create space to start to bring him to the side, okay? When I squeeze my legs, I put a lot of pressure in his hips, and I start to put him to the side. I need only do this, okay? He fall with his hips on the mat, okay? My main goal is do this, for don't use this technique, okay? So I put pressure, I put my head over his head, okay? I don't put my head to the side, okay? In the side, I put over his head, for I put a lot of pressure in my put a lot of weight on my forearm. Okay, put my hand, I sit, squeeze my legs and sit over his back. Right now, I squeeze my legs and bring him to the side. Okay, I needed to do what? I needed to put his hand against his chest, okay, here. So I put my hand here, and I start to put the first hook, okay? Always remember what he tried to do. He start to come back for pull his arm, okay? This thing I cannot lose, I cannot permit. So I put his hand against his chest for he don't come, okay? For he don't turn. So I bring him to me. Right now I put the first hook, because the first hook is very easy to do. Okay, right now I step my foot on the mat, okay, because I need to lift my hips, okay, I need to lift my hip for I create space to escape this leg under his hips, okay? Right now I step with my foot on the mat, lift my hips and do the hip escape for that side, okay? Right now I am on his back, but here I like to keep the arm, okay? Keep holding the arm, because right now I create space here. What he wanted to do to defend? He wanted to put his elbow against his thigh here, for don't create space to put the first hook, the second hook. So I keep holding his arm. I don't pull his arm to me like that, okay? Because he can start do the hip escape to escape for my back attack. Okay, so I put a lot of pressure here in his arm against his hand against his chest, so far I create space. If he lock like that, he put his leg like that, I come if this part of my foot, okay, over his thigh, start kicking for put the second hook. Or if I am a flexible guy, I pass my leg over and put the second hook. Right now, when I put the second hook, I can go to his neck. So I hold his shoulder, bring him to me for I create space to enter my hand. Because many times the guy put his head on the mat and I cannot pass my arm, okay? So I pull his shoulder and lift my hips. Right now I am in the seat belt. Or if he try to pass his head for this side, okay, to start to escape, because if he put his head on the mat, he start to breaking my grip, okay? So when he do this, I like to step on his ribs, okay? Pass all my leg over his belly and pass my leg over his head to get in the arm lock, okay? To submit him on the arm lock, okay? So in this technique, the main goal is the both two things, okay? Two things to do. The pressure against his nape, okay? And my thigh squeeze his thigh. Okay, this is the main goal. If I lose this both pressure, I lose the back. Okay, so I hold his wrist. Okay, put pressure. Look this how I do. I hold his wrist, put pressure against his nape, and right now I hold his wrist. Okay, I switch. I hold my wrist. Pass my leg or my head on the mat. Right now I squeeze my thigh and bring him to the side. Put my hand against his chest, okay? Right now I can put the first hook. Many times what happens? He starts to push my leg and starts to jump my both legs, okay? What I like to do? If he hold this leg here, I always lift a little bit, keep holding my leg. I lift my hips, put my knee against his back, and right now I start to put the first hook. Or if he hold this leg here, no. He hold this leg, segura aqui. He hold this leg, I bring him the same thing, but right now I put this first hook. I lift my hips, put the first hook, and right now lift and do the hip escape to put the second hook here. Okay, this situation can helps a lot. Okay, so again, hold his wrist. Put pressure. First I put pressure. I don't like hold his in the Kimura trap and put the pressure. I first put pressure against his nape here. Switch to the Kimura trap. Okay? Right now I squeeze my thigh and start to turn, okay? To spin. Put pressure here, put the first hook. Okay, this first hook is very easy to do. Okay, so I put the first hook. Right now I put my foot on the mat, okay? Because when I put my foot on the mat, I have power to lift my hips. So I do this. Now I create space to step on the mat and do the hip escape. Right now I keep holding because the first thing he gonna do is squeeze his legs to I don't have space to put the second hook. So I keep holding. I only do this pressure. I don't lift the arm. I keep holding against his chest, his hand. Now, or I put my heels and start kicking for put the second hook, or I can come pass my leg all the way over to put the second hook. Okay? Right now, look, pay attention to this detail. I am here. I hold his shoulder. Okay? Hold his shoulder. Many guys try to do what? To pass. To pass the arm like that, but if he put a lot of weight over his head, it's very hard to pass my arm. Okay, so I pull his shoulder, okay, and lift my hips against his back. I do this. Look, he put a lot of weight over his head. It's easy. And do this and start to bring. Okay, so I lift to create space, because if he put hard his head, it's hard to create space. So I pull his shoulder to me and lift. I try to bring him the another side. Okay, I try bring and create space to put the seat belt. Here we have a lot of control. If the guy, I keep holding the Kimura trap, he try to escape to this side, I like to step over his hip, okay, for the guy don't start jump, okay, again, over my hips to escape. So I step, on him, because I put the both hooks, I step on his hips, pass on my leg over his belly. Right now I can pass my second leg to submit him the arm lock. Okay? So in this situation, I show a lot of details, okay, what he can do, because my main goal of this course is about to teach you how he can escape, okay, how he type of escape he can do, and we start always be one step first of him, okay. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much. Os.